the muscle, the metal, and the memories of an all-American road. Join hosts Carolyn Clifford and Mike Duffy for the Woodward Dream Cruise, presented by Ford.
Boy, you can feel the excitement in the air. Today, the classics are cruising with their chrome polished and their engines ready to rev. It is the largest one-day automotive event in the world, if you can believe that, and a celebration of the incredible car culture right here in the Motor City. Hello and welcome to the 29th annual Woodward Dream Cruise presented by Ford. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. 40,000 cars cruise a 16-mile loop through 9 Metro Detroit communities. You're guaranteed to see cars from every era cruising an iconic strip of road. We're excited to share our favorite classics, customs, and even supercars with everyone joining us from across the country. We have crews up and down the strip.
So why don't you say we get this party started by heading to the Papa Joe's pit stop with Glenda Lewis and Simon Shakehead. Hi, guys.
Hey there, Carolyn, Mike. Wow, Woodward Avenue. All I can say is an unbelievable start to year 29. And look at this chrome, the family tradition alive and well out here, Simon.
Woodward is coming alive. The sights, the sounds, this beautiful 1956 Chevy. This is impressive. Greg and Jack, you're with us.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
You got something you want to say, Jack?
Go Lions.
Go Lions.
Go Lions. Dave, over to you.
Glenda and Simon, it doesn't get better than this. Look at all the gorgeous cars out here. This is what it's all about at Woodward. We even got a VW Bug back behind us. We're going to have a great time showing you all the fun at Woodward.
Hey, it is a real party here at Mustang Alley. 1,100 Mustangs, both old and new. Boy, it is just a blast here, Alicia.
I tell you what, a sea of people celebrating the pony cars and celebrating 25 years of Mustang Alley here at the Dream Cruise. We're going to introduce you to a fella who has 80 Mustangs and an ice cream truck to boot.
And let me tell you, each of these cars has a story of its own. And let me tell you, Brad Galley is catching some stories from the strip.
At the Dream Cruise, you see a little bit of new, mostly old. We're here with Bobby in this beautiful ride.
And we got a little bit of both. We got a 2003 C5 chassis with a custom 1957 body over it.
And you know what's so beautiful about this car? He wanted it so badly he bid twice on it. Guys, we're going to be telling stories and going up and down Woodward all day. Appreciate being in here with Bobby.
Thanks, guys.
This cruise is unlike any other. It's in its 29th year and a summer tradition for many people.
I spoke with Ford Motor Company's Chief Marketing Officer, Lisa Matarazzo. We talked about Ford's support of the Woodward Dream Cruise and about the company's amazing and iconic vehicle lineup. Why is it so important for Ford, after all these years, to still be a sponsor of the Dream Cruise?
As you know, the Dream Cruise is an iconic celebration of car culture, so there's no better fit than for Ford to be there representing our brand and our heritage. I just love seeing the people, over 1 million people gathering for this event and 40,000 plus cars and enthusiasts from all over the world. But it's the excitement and it's looking out on that crowd and knowing how many people really love cars.
You just took on the role as Global Chief Marketing Executive for Ford. You've been in that role for about 10 months. What excites you most about your new job?
I get to play with cars. There's no better job, I think. The way I view it is that I'm really the keeper of the brand, so it's my job to grow sales and do that by communicating the breadth and the depth of our lineup, which is fantastic in the Ford portfolio of vehicles, and also delivering amazing experiences to our consumers, whether that's an in-person experience like Bronco Off-Rodeo, which is an opportunity to drive our vehicles, or Ford Performance and all the track programs we have, or amazing digital experiences like Blue Cruise, hands-free driving.
Let's talk about the current lineup at Ford.
So we have something for everyone in our lineup. I'm really excited about our electrified vehicles. When I think of the Mustang Mach-E, when I think of the F-150 Lightning, those are very special vehicles that have a great role in our lineup. When I think about the Bronco, also when I think about Ranger and F-150, as well as the enthusiast versions we have of those vehicles, so Raptor, for example, those are quite exciting products as well.
This is a milestone for Ford, 60 years of Mustang. Tell us about that and why you're so excited.
I mean, it's pretty impressive. There's not much that lasts 60 years, but our Mustang has, and it is an icon, and I love that it's featured featured in this logo that has Woodward Dream Cruise and also the 60 years for Mustang. This is the 7th generation Mustang. We're so happy to feature it at Dream Cruise. And we have behind me, this is a special edition. So we'll produce 1,965 of the special editions, and it is a nod, of course, to the first model year of production of the Mustang. Beautiful. Well, enjoy the cruise, and I will too. Thank you.
I gotta tell you, that is one hot ride. I wish I could have one in my garage right now. Sweet, sweet, sweet.
Maybe soon.
Maybe one of the 100, right?
Yeah.
Well, our own Dave Rexroth is getting ready to ride in a 7th generation Mustang today. Lucky Rexy. We're gonna check back in with him in just a little bit.
Well, next, she's an HGTV star and avid motor enthusiast with a huge following on social media.
Find out what Christy Lee keeps in her garage. Plus, Christy is gonna show us the car she's getting ready to take out on the track.
Then a tour through a herd of Mustangs. Hear the story of the Hertz Rent-A-Racer Mustangs and see a very rare Woodward Dream Cruise Edition Mustang. We take you inside an incredible collection of pony cars.
Can't wait.
This Channel 7 primetime special of the Woodward Dream Cruise is sponsored by Ford, Ziebart, and AAA.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on, so make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability, and experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now.
AZ Plan trade-in customers can lease a 2024 Explorer for $349 a month for 24 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealer today.
Bistro Joe's, sensational dining with a European flair and incredible views, where everything on the menu is made fresh. Our seafood delivered daily, prime cuts perfectly seared, and a fine wine selection that's unmatched. Experience the food, the atmosphere, and the service that make Bistro Joe's Birmingham's #1 dinner address. Come experience Bistro Joe's with an all-new management team located on Woodward in Birmingham.
My name is Jenny Brown. I am the CEO of Dutton Farm. We are a nonprofit in the behavioral health system. In the nonprofit sector, we are all focused on keeping our costs down while also maintaining the quality of services that we deliver. And a great way to do that is to partner with Tryon Solutions so they can come alongside of you for those HR functions and make sure you are operating with excellence in that area.
And that's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
With eyes raised above what is, there is a view of what could be. Beyond all known horizons are visions of an unformed future, brimming with curiosity that can change everything. When looking for the technology and tools that will turn your curiosity into magic, look no further. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
Mark your calendars this summer because FanDuel has something for everyone every day. Score bigger winnings at any inning with profit boosts. Take home bonus bets for home runs every Tuesday. And beat the heat with no sweat bets. Make the most out of this summer with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. All customers get a boost or a bonus every day, all summer long. Plus, new customers can bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if you win.
This Channel 7 primetime special of the Woodward Dream Cruise is sponsored by Ford, Stahls Automotive Collection, Lawrence Technological University, and Tryon Solutions.
Stahls Automotive Collection is a walk through time, and we have a variety of cars from the late 1800s to the mid 1960s. What really sets us aside is that we are so eclectic. We have a total of 220 cars in the collection, but of those 220 cars, we have over 100 different makes. So you're not going to come in and see one certain style of car. My all-time favorite would probably be the 1931 L29 Cord. The lines, the colors, everything about that car is just screams elegance. It was just beautiful. On the side panels of the doors, the passenger side has a crystal decanter set and bar, and the driver's side has a humidor with some cigars. The most unique ones that we've just recently brought on are the Apollo 13 space module, and it was used in the movie Apollo 13. Another one we got was the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It is one of the driving cars that was featured in the film. We're open every Tuesday 1 to 4. The first Saturday of the month is 11 to 4, and we have special hours that we also do. We have an event tab on our website that will show all the extra hours that we do. Our biggest event of the year is Veterans Day. We will be open to the public. We raise funds for the Guardian Angels Medical Service dogs. The Guardian Angels trains these dogs to assist the veterans with PTSD. We're trying to give back to them what they gave to us. Everybody is welcome, and if anybody wants to participate and cannot attend that day, we will have our Veterans Day tab on our website that they'll be able to click and go through PayPal and donate as well.
Join Stahls Automotive Collection and Guardian Angels Medical Service Dogs in celebrating veterans. Stahls Automotive Collection, a walk through time. Visit us online at stahlsauto.com to learn more.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers and a great selection of Ford vehicles, like the Built Wild Bronco family, with a deal you just can't miss. Your biggest adventures are waiting. So make it Ford. Make it yours. Make it now.
AZ Plan trade-in customers can lease a Bronco Sport Big Ben for only $299 a month for 36 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan.
We love seeing all of the classics here at the cruise, and check out the incredible view from high above. The Woodward Dream Cruise turns this stretch of road into memory lane for so many people. The Avenue has been a strip to cruise since the 1950s, when young people would flock to the drive-ins that lined Woodward.
What a time to be alive. Well, today you can see how Detroit shows off our love of cars and our automotive history. It's a one-of-a-kind event. Car enthusiasts from all over the world come to walk around the car show and watch the classics cruise down Woodward. This really is what you'll find up and down 16 miles of the Avenue all day long.
Yeah, some people come from as far away as Japan and even Australia, and it's really a family affair for so many people. It can be several generations of families who come together to enjoy the day. That's because cars and the industry's history are a fabric right here in Detroit and Metro Detroit. Everyone knows someone in the auto industry. I know I do, and we're so proud of our automobiles.
Hugely proud.
Yes, indeed.
And many people work on their own cars, like HGTV star Christy Lee. She happens to be as handy with a sledgehammer as she is with a lug wrench.
Which is pretty cool. Now, from Steal This House and HGTV to All Girls Garage on Motor Trend, Christy has done renovation, restoration, and racing.
And we're lucky to have her stop by the Papa Joe's pit stop. Glenda, Simon, what did Christy roll up in?
A 1972 Chevy C10. It is beautiful.
Yeah, we're all huddled up under this umbrella here, but this summer she took us on a tour through her Motor City built garage, and it's right here in Metro Detroit.
So when these rotors are machined, they actually have a coating that's put on them. I am working on a 1998 BMW M3 project car. I'm actually trying to turn it into a track-ready track machine. My father was actually a BMW master technician. I brought my dad up here a couple of months ago to help me get started on the project, just because he has a wealth of knowledge when working on BMWs specifically.
She's getting the BMW ready for a shakedown day.
Shake the car down, see what maybe you forgot to button up, what needs to be buttoned up, what needs to get dialed in. So I definitely don't think that'll be my fastest day at the track with this car, but it's the start of something great.
For summertime cruising, Christy loves her 1972 Chevy C10 Super Cheyenne.
I bought the truck like that because I didn't want to bring on another project car into my workspace. I love that truck. I can just jump in and go. Taking it to the Dream Cruise, it's the best part about being in the Motor City. I love cruising up and down Woodward, seeing all the cars, waving to people, seeing friends. It's really fun every year.
Also in her garage, a 2016 Dodge Hellcat with a 6-speed manual transmission.
There's just not that many of them out there anymore. It's actually amazing on the track, and I'm not talking just straight lines because we know that this has a lot of horsepower. I'm talking the road race course. It's actually got a lot of modifications done to it already, but I'm gonna do some really fun factory mods.
Lining the walls of her garage digs are some of her motorbikes.
Motorcycles were my first love. I bought my first bike when I was 18. Growing up in Daytona, unfortunately, all of the motorcycles are not featured in this garage. There are more. And I've learned that for every 4 to 5 bikes, you can fit 1 car. So that just means you need to buy more bikes.
Her Motor City Built is a new business open to take on interior design projects.
It's kind of a way for me to bring my home renovation and auto restoration under one umbrella. What would be really cool over time is if I could do garage restorations for people. I would love, 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 love to do that.
Christy's latest TV project put her in competition mode, where she teamed up with HGTV All-Stars on 100-Day Hotel Challenge, a 6-episode renovation competition which premiered in mid-August.
I have basically made an entire career out of just being myself. So everything you see that I've done both in person and on television, on social media, that's just me living my life to the fullest, and I just so happen to have a camera in front of me most of the time. But one thing I've really loved over the years being in automotive TV, and automotive personality is watching that female presence just explode. Maybe I've inspired some other women, some younger women, to get into automotive, to pursue being on camera, working on projects, building cars, taking them to the track. That passion, that connectiveness with that community is just awesome.
And we're here with Christy on the side of her medium bronze beauty. Is there anything that you don't do, girl?
I mean, right now I did not bring an umbrella with me, so that's probably the only thing I didn't do today. But always keeping me busy, keeping my hands full. So.
But between cars and homes, I mean, almost the same, even though a big difference.
I mean, same but so different. I really just love working on things and fixing things and building them back. So in that aspect, homes and cars really are so similar.
Well, you've done such a wonderful job. Beauty, and a beauty over here with hubby inside.
Mike and Carolyn, over to you.
All right, Glenda and Simon, thank you so much. And I personally think she gets extra credit because she brought a truck.
She brought a truck, and I love that girl power. I mean, she's doing it, right?
She
Cars,
sure is.
homes, and everything in between. Right now, let's check in with Keenan and Alicia, who are walking around some of the hundreds of ponies in Mustang Alley, one of my favorite places. Hi, Keenan. Hi, Alicia.
It's one of our favorite places too, Carolyn. I mean, the kids too, they're bounding around in the bounce house. I've been drawn to this streamer right here. Keenan, I love this color.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is a 1965 Mustang, and the color is turquoise and summer turquoise.
Wow.
It is gorgeous.
It's my new favorite. It's my new favorite. And what's great about Mustang Alley is you can see 1,100 Mustangs from all 7 generations.
Oh, without a doubt. In fact, we're going to take you inside a garage that's home to 80 pony cars, including a rare 1997 Mustang Woodward Dream Cruise edition.
I got some 429, 71 cars, absolutely. Those are a love of mine. I like the big body cars, and I like the big engine 429 Cobra jets. So there's 7 of them in the collection. The red, white, and blue collection, those are called the Sprints. They were made for the 1972 Olympics. They came in Mustangs, Mavericks, and Pintos.
Mike Berardi owns about 80 Mustangs, including a series of Mustang 2s.
From 1974 to 1978, we had the oil embargo, right, coming in 1974, so gas prices skyrocketed. Ford made the cars smaller. It's funny because people either love them or they hate the little Mustang 2s. Now they're growing in popularity again. But if you think about it, that saved the Mustang, right, from 1973 going forward. But they were great on fuel economy, so everybody gravitated to them, and now these are becoming collectible. That's what I'm sitting in right now. It's a 1977 Mustang II convertible. They only made around 50 of these.
Each car has a story, including his collection of Hertz Rent-A-Racer Mustangs.
Back in 1966, Hertz and Carroll Shelby got together and they made rental cars. They made about 500 of them. You could rent those cars back in 1966 for about $29 a day, which was quite expensive back then. It was 271 horse, moved up to 360 horse, and you could rent that car and go out and drive it. 40 years later, Hertz and Shelby connected up again in 2006, and they did a 40th anniversary of the GTH, the Hertz Shelby rental car. And then at the 50-year mark, for the 50th anniversary, they did the same thing in 2016, and you could also rent those again at Hertz. Each of the cars get driven. Nothing sits. So I have an Excel spreadsheet so I can keep track of when the last time it was that they were driven.
Everything gets driven, including this rare Woodward Dream Cruise Edition Mustang.
So back in 1997, Ford, went with the dealers here in Southeast Michigan, and they made a Woodward Dream Cruise edition of the Mustang. Well, they took a Cooper convertible, they added stripes, they added a roll bar on the inside, they added special wheels, and they added side exhaust, which is really kind of nice. One just came up for sale locally here, and with 10,000 miles, so I couldn't pass it up.
Mike's love for Mustangs extends to memorabilia, including a pretty sweet Mustang-themed pinball machine.
My first car was a Mustang too, and I like Mustangs. I worked for Ford Motor Company. It's a great heritage. It has been around for as long as I've been alive. Even today, right? 60th anniversary of the Mustang this year. It's the people, it's the cars, it's the friendships, it's the clubs. It's a great car.
And Mike's love of classics isn't the only thing that rings through. Take a look at this, an original Good Humor truck owned by his wife, Sue. Sue, where did you find this truck?
Well, I found this truck on eBay, and it came from Utah, just the way it is. So we didn't restore it, and we just decided to sell ice cream in the summertime. And now we just do events, and we sell a lot of ice cream and have a lot of fun.
You have been so popular here at the Dream Cruise. We literally interrupted people from coming up and getting their favorites. Are we allowed to get some ice cream?
Sure, you can have ice cream. There's my list of ice creams.
I'll take lemon ice.
Okay.
Can I have the Bomb Pop? Your husband's t-shirt inspired me.
Well, I hope you enjoy it.
We will. This is going to be delicious.
Yes, it's going to be hot today, so eat fast.
All right, Carolyn, Mike, we're going to try and save some for you, all right?
Try.
Please
Not going to have much luck, but we'll try.
Yeah, it takes us back to our childhood, right? Oh, man, ice cream. 80 Mustangs and an ice cream truck. What a collection. Oh, my goodness.
And it works, right?
Yes, he drives them out.
Up next, Brad Galley has been cruising up and down the strip looking for the sweetest rides. We'll check in with him coming up.
Plus, we got a look at a brand new Maverick coming up, but you can't wait to see that. This street truck is like no other you've seen before. We're back in a moment.
Before your day even begins, Papa Joe's Gourmet Market is getting ready just for you, because fresh is our promise. From our hand-selected produce, seafood flown in daily, the finest meat selections, a stocked deli, cheese from around the world, to our bakery, along with homemade bread and soup, plus fully prepared meals and catering for any occasion. So whether you're a mom on a budget or a gourmet expert, you'll see, experience, and taste the difference at Papa Joe's, Rochester and Birmingham.
Look at this lucky lady playing slots before she hits the air. She's not traveling to Vegas. No, she's already there.
New players deposit $7 to get $77 in casino site credits.
Make any moment golden.
My name is Kamal Shohaib. I am the owner of Choice Properties and the Choice Group. We own apartments, mobile homes, office buildings, and shopping centers, and we do business in 5 states. One reason why we feel so comfortable working with Treon is because they give us the peace of mind, and 2, it will allow us to concentrate on our business. They're the experts, and they take care of our HR issues. And that is why we rely on Treon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
There are so many car clubs and places to park your classic along the Woodward Dream Cruise.
And they love it each and every year. And that's where people love to walk up and down and check out what's under the hood and swap their stories. And there's some good ones, too. Brad Galley's been roaming the avenue looking to see what car lovers brought to the cruise this year.
Yeah, let's see what he's found. Brad?
If you like Ford GTs, this is the spot for you. If you love them, hold your breath, take a seat, because this is an incredible gathering of so many of them. Frank is here with us, and you've made quite a journey to come to the Woodward Dream Cruise.
Yes, I did. Came up from St. Louis, and 2 of my buddies drove up from Austin.
You guys, he has a story to tell us about a trip back from Texas. As I understand it, these can go pretty fast.
Yes. Top speed on this one's about 216. I was coming back from a Ford GT rally in Austin, Texas, and I was heading back to St. Louis, and when I crossed into Missouri, the road was blocked for construction. So I sat and followed the laws there, and once the construction was done, I punched it. And I had gone, I don't know, maybe a couple of miles, and then my radar detector went off, so I immediately stood on the brakes and pulled over, and then the cop came over and pointed me over, so I pulled over, and he said, well, the plane couldn't clock you, so they sent me out after you.
I love it. Thank you for being with us. It's so great to see so many people who had their hands on these beautiful vehicles, homegrown right here in Michigan. Andy is with us, and thanks for being with us here.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for asking me to talk about my car.
Are you kidding me? We see it, and how can you avoid it?
Yep, this is my car right here. Mechanical engineer for Ford for 35 years. Okay, cars and mechanical stuff wants to be worked.
You know a thing or two about making these cars.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. I mean, that was one of the greatest things at Ford. You know, I used to, launch assembly plants and was in product development, and then to own the stuff that you worked on was pretty cool.
Thank you so much for being with us. This is special.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful
a great day.
And enjoy riding it again. I know he loves to drive them, and so many people do. So we turn around and show you Jeremy's ride. From blue to red, the racing stripes are there. And Jeremy, to see all these GTs gathered, how special is this day?
It's very good. Even with the weather, we got a great group again this year like we did last year, 25 cars, and we're really proud to put it together again this year where the cars were built right here in Detroit. So,
what originally caught your eye about getting your hands on this car?
I guess I always joke I was born with the red hair, so all my cars are red and white. So when I had the opportunity to buy this one, it was definitely a kind of a match. If you're born with the red, you just roll with it through life. So that's why I liked it. So.
I can see why you love it, man, and it is a really, really cool ride as we get a look inside it. We are here, Ford GTs, the biggest gathering of them all. Carolyn and Mike, we're just going to continue to just stare at how awesome these cars look.
Man, I love a red car.
Oh, beauty after beauty out
there. Yes, indeed. Now, you know, in the early days of cruising Woodward Avenue, it was the unofficial test track for muscle cars.
Yeah, that's right. Decades ago, drivers would see just how fast their cars could go. Well, today it's more of a strip to cruise than a test strip, but people are still showing off their rides. Dave Rexroth has been checking out the coolest cars.
Dave, what are you seeing out there on the roadway today?
This is Dave driving Tim shotgun, and tell me why this car.
I had this car in high school, not this particular one, but the same car in high school. That's what led me to buy this one.
Awesome. Were you guys buddies all that way ago?
From first grade.
From first grade?
Oh, yeah. Straight on.
There you go. That's a true shotgun.
Yep.
All right, let's have some fun. Kick it in just a little bit here for us, would you? All right, see you later.
So many emotional connections, memories.
Yeah, and I love hearing the stories each and every time.
So many. All right, whether it's a classic car or a new vehicle, it's a lot of work to keep it looking like new.
For sure, for sure. Our partners at Ziebart show us how its growing company has been helping car owners extend the life of any vehicle for 65 years.
Ziebart is a one-stop shop for enhancing the appearance and protecting your vehicle. From the inside to the outside, structural protection, paint protection, we cover all the bases.
Ziebart's founder, Kurt Ziebart, worked on perfecting his rust-proofing technology in the mid-1950s.
1959 is when we incorporated, and if we fast forward all the way to today, we've moved from like a single product company to a company that has a lot of different products and services, 29 of them today. The last 65 years has been a lot of innovation. We still offer our signature rust-proofing product. We've got a ceramic product for paint, our diamond gloss product. We offer a lot of different films, from window tinting, paint protection film, and then of course our interior and exterior detailing services.
Their products and services work on gas and electric vehicles.
When it comes to the electrification of vehicles, at the end of the day, it still has wheels on it, it still has paint, still has windows, so all of our services are still relevant, whether it's a traditional gasoline engine vehicle or if it's an electric vehicle. All of our services still work on electrified vehicles.
CEO Tom Wolf says Ziebart and the Woodward Dream Cruise are about preserving and celebrating automotive history.
I'm kind of a car guy at heart, and I started going to the Woodward Dream Cruise, you know, in its infancy back in the early 90s. And as the Dream Cruise has progressed and Ziebart has progressed, we thought it was a great partnership to team up with Channel 7 and the Woodward Dream Cruise.
Wolf is proud of his company's growth over the past 65 years.
We're in over 30 countries around the world, and we're in quite a few locations around the United States. As a franchisor, we're one of the oldest franchising companies in the nation and in the state of Michigan. It proves or shows to everybody that we have the wheels to stay on board and progress into the future.
Wow, what an incredible legacy, and to think we see so many classics still on the road because of a company like that.
And they can do anything you need, right?
Yes.
Up next, a car owner showcases the pride in her ride.
Rainbow chrome hearts, raspberry tinted glass. You've got to see this car. Alexandra Bahu talks with the owner of a Mercury Grand Marquis called Just Like Candy.
I'm Rich Adamo, the owner of Adamo Group, a family-owned business founded in 1964 that performs demolition and environmental remediation work across the United States. For over 20 years, we've known that Tryon has always been there for us and will take care of all of our payroll needs as well as our HR so that we can remain focused on our customers and our core business. And that's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
With eyes raised above what is, there is a view of what could be. Beyond all known horizons are visions of an unformed future, brimming with curiosity that can change everything. When looking for the technology and tools that will turn your curiosity into magic, look no further. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
Your voice matters. This is 7 News Detroit. Watch weeknights at 6.
You will see a lot of customs driving up and down the avenue today, but I bet you've never seen one quite like the Mercury Grand Marquis we're about to share with you right now.
That's right. Our Alexander Bahu introduces us to owner Shannon Hall and the story behind her sweet ride.
I know a car that's tough but sweet. And it's got a vibe that can't be beat.
The name is Just Like Candy.
Shannon Hall's 2002 Mercury Grand Marquis is pretty in pink.
I get a lot of attention. You can tell sometimes the wives are at the car shows and they're not having the greatest time, but then they see my car and they just get big smiles and their whole attitude changes and they just love the hearts and the candy.
You could spend hours staring at this ride and I bet you'd still pick up on details you may have missed at first glance. Rainbow chrome hearts on the rims, light up hearts in the headlights, the raspberry tinted glass. And of course, the rainbow chrome dual exhaust tips.
I said, I don't want it to sound, you know, like a guy's car. Yeah. I want it to sound like a woman's car. And then he said, oh, so you want it to sound kind of sexy?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah.
But aside from the pink pizzazz this ride punches, it rolls in honor of someone special.
It was my great Aunt Loretta's car. She was all over the place with it. She just loved it, and it was her favorite car.
Shannon says her great Aunt Loretta loved that car, but only got to put 7,000 miles on it.
She was amazing. She was just so outgoing, never in a bad mood, always happy for you.
So to celebrate the joy Aunt Loretta brought to her life and to her grandmother's, Shannon bought it in 2011 and added a splash of color.
I wanted it to stand out, so I wanted to keep the white, but I had to add a little bit of pizzazz to it.
Just like her great aunt, she takes it out on the town and to community events with the Crown Victoria Boys and Girls of Detroit Chapter 25. She says the Dream Cruise is one of her favorite places to let Just Like Candy shine.
It's been a bucket dream of mine to be featured for the Woodward Cruise. I really have loved this cruise since before I've been driving. I wanted all the ladies to know you guys can have nice cars too, and you know, it's fun. It's not just a boy thing. Girls can get out there and have a lot of fun too, and cruising is a really good hobby.
I guess you could say it's a Candyland, Shannon's Candyland, and we're just driving in it.
All the way. I go all the way there.
Hey, this is how I lose real fast. Okay.
I bet Aunt Loretta is so happy her legacy is still alive. I love the splash of pink, and yes, that's showing girl power. We love it.
Absolutely, and it's always more than just a car, right? Family stories.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Ford Motor Company is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Mustang with a special edition for 2025.
It is beautiful. It is sporty. And I got a chance to take a look at one in Wimbledon white with the top down, but I wanted to learn more, so I sat down with Mustang's chief engineer.
The team first was inspired by the original introduction of Mustang at the New York World's Fair, April 17, 1964. So if you look at the original Mustang, it had beautiful stripes along the lower edge of the body. It had Mustang that was embedded within the stripe. We took a modern interpretation of that and added a 60 year in the stripe instead of the Mustang. If you look at the badges, you'll see that there's a lot of visual design cues from the original badges. And then we have a retro wheel center cap. So if you look at the 1964, we've evolved it a bit and modernized it, added a wheel center cap.
The grille is heritage inspired.
We tried to grab some of the elements from the original 1964 Mustang, including the elements of silver and metal that were used on that vehicle. So those nostrils are silver intentionally to tie to that heritage vehicle. We also took the headlamps and went with our Night Pony dark headlamp intentionally to draw out the silver in that grille and in those nostrils.
And while Ford sold 418,000 Mustangs in the car's first year, this anniversary edition is limited to just 1,965 in salute to the 1965 Mustang. It will come in 3 colors: Vapor Blue, Race Red, and Wimbledon White. The anniversary edition is a celebration of an icon.
We've had 7 generations of Mustang, and with every generation, we've evolved the design to make it modern, cool, sexy, so we continue to evolve it. We're constantly studying the customer, constantly understanding what matters to them, and making sure that every future product embodies everything that's important to that customer. For 6 decades, Mustang has delivered power, it's delivered an ability to be self-expressive, it's delivered freedom, and I think a lot of joy. A lot of fun to drive, sounds great, looks great, and you feel empowered when you're driving it.
And it really is incredible how much intention goes into every design element.
Every detail, isn't it amazing? And how long the Mustang has been king of the road.
So long.
Well, there's no place to celebrate the Mustang 60th anniversary than Mustang Alley, of course.
That's right. Let's head over to Keenan and Alicia. Hey, guys.
You are so right, Mike and Carolyn. This 60th anniversary edition will be available for you in 2025. But if you want a Mustang right now, don't you worry, Ford's got you covered.
Oh, there are so many varieties of Mustang. Take a look at this Ford Mustang EcoBoost. It is an absolute beauty. We're joined now by Joe Bellino, who is the Mustang brand manager. And Joe, this Mustang EcoBoost screams muscle.
Absolutely. So 4-cylinder, 315 horsepower, something you don't see out of a 4-cylinder nowadays.
Now, it screams muscle, but it also screams power. Take a look at these brakes. Look at these. These are really showy.
Yeah, so 6-piston Brembo brakes on a 4-cylinder. We're trying to give that performance and that feel that you come to expect with Mustang.
All right. Mission accomplished. And what color is this?
So this is silver, but it's finished in our matte clear film. So this is a factory installed option, so it changes the look of the car while also protecting your paints.
And in fact, it changes the look dramatically. This is the same color, right?
Exactly. So this is the same silver on a California Special without the wrap. You can see it's more shiny compared to the matte film.
All right. I love this California Special. We sweep around here. I love the
different nostrils. Yeah, so that's really Cal Special specific.
All right. And you know something? Alicia has another beauty down here. I love the variety of the Mustang family.
I feel like there's heat coming off this baby right now. This is the dark horse. When they talk about harnessing the power of primal, I think this is what you're talking about, right, Joe?
Absolutely. So this is our 2024 dark horse, our first new performance nameplate in over 20 years.
And that decal, right?
Yeah. So that's our first time we've done a forward-facing horse on a Mustang.
I love that. So, and the horsepower here again is?
500 horsepower out of a 5-liter V8. So that's 100 horsepower per liter.
And I understand that if you buy one of these, and obviously it might feel like too much power, you actually can go to driving school?
Yeah, so we offer every owner who buys a 2024 Dark Horse a Dark Horse Track Attack. So it's with our performance driving school down in Charlotte to learn how to harness that capability and take that back to the street.
Thank you so much. As Mustang brand manager, you really have done an excellent job here. We really appreciate it. I think I might have to go to driving school, Carolyn and Mike. This sounds like something I need.
Yeah, definitely, Alicia. I will definitely take a dark horse, but I wonder if it comes in a convertible.
That would be pretty sweet. Mine would be in race red, and I'd be all good. And a convertible would be nice.
That would be great. Coming up next, we'll introduce you to the Kissel Motorcar Company.
And how a group of grandkids convinced their grandfather to build them a very special Kissel truck. You don't want to miss it.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers and a great selection of Ford vehicles, like the Built Wild Bronco family, with a deal you just can't miss. Your biggest adventures are waiting. So make it Ford. Make it yours. Make it now.
AZ Plan lessees can lease a Bronco Big Bend for only $329 a month for 36 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
We wanted to be able to enjoy all 4 seasons, and patio enclosures helped us make that dream come true.
The one and only patio enclosures.
In a world where everything is conspiring against your vehicle, who stands between you and rain? Spilled lattes, bug guts, rust, scratches, countless crumbs, and your best friend riding shotgun. Sometimes your knight in shining armor is actually a knight in shining armor. Ziebart, your vehicle's best defense.
This Channel 7 primetime special of the Woodward Dream Cruise is sponsored by Ford, Ziebart, and AAA.
Every night on 7 News Detroit at 6.
Stories from the 7 investigators.
Investigations with real results. But what matters most?
The people we help.
The voices we elevate.
And the lives we change.
On 7 News Detroit at 6.
This is Detroit, where we all have a voice. And at 7 News Detroit, your voice matters. That's why we show up, to hear your side. Watch weeknights at 6. The 7 First Alert Weather Team. We know Michigan weather.
So so much history. You know, in the early days of the automobile, there were hundreds of car companies, but many only lasted a few short decades.
That's right. Maybe you've heard of the now retired brands like Hudson, Studebaker, and Packard. But Glenn and Simon are about to introduce us to a lesser known yet small and mighty brand with roots in Wisconsin.
Hey, Mike, Carolyn, sealed with a Kissel. Kissel, one of those little known brands that you guys are talking about. And this one is custom made, packed with family. You guys having a good time? Yeah, this is great, isn't it?
We're here with Ron Hausman. This is a showstopper, a 1917 Kissel. What more can you tell us about this?
This is a recreation of a 1917 U.S. Army light utility vehicle. The chassis, wheels, engine, hood, fenders came from Boise, Idaho and Bath, New York, and the body I recreated from pictures during COVID. It's about a 4-year project.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
But it's packed with love. Who's
Yes.
in the back?
I have 7 of my grandchildren here. 6 are in the back. Isabella, Teresa, John Paul, Alexandra, Luke, and Maxwell. And then I have a bunch of my family surrounding the vehicle as well.
That's a good granddad to name them all.
Thank you so much.
We'll send it back to you guys.
Oh my goodness, that is one cool grandpa right there, huh?
Definitely. Now, I'm not sure Dave Rexroth has spotted any Kissels on Woodward, but I bet he's found a few other classics. So, Dave, what have you seen while driving around the cruise?
How about this 1948 Ford pickup? It's a lucky emerald green, is that right? I don't know why it's lucky, but I don't want to talk about that. You guys just have fun, all right? And then back behind us, take a peek. Got a beautiful red one here too. This is nice. Things are getting fun on Woodward.
All right, Dave, I'm feeling luckier already. Well, every car, of course, has a story.
Yes, we head back to Mustang Alley where we found a pony car that you don't want to miss.
Coverage of the Woodward Dream Cruise on Channel 7 is sponsored by Ford.
In a world where everything is conspiring against your vehicle, who stands between you and rain? Spilled lattes, bug guts, rust, scratches, countless crumbs, and your best friend riding shotgun. Sometimes your knight in shining armor is actually a knight in shining armor. Ziebart, your vehicle's best defense.
You're waiting for your doggy, playing slots, blackjack, and more. How about a jackpot, baby? It's all the fun of the casino floor.
New players deposit $7 to get $77 in casino site credits.
Make any moment golden.
I'm Andy Appleby. I'm the owner and CEO of the USPBL. We're a 4-team league. We play at Jimmy John's Field in Utica, Michigan. Each year we hire hundreds of players, coaches, and other seasonal staff. It is a huge undertaking to get all of those seasonal employees onboarded and to process payroll during our baseball season. And Tryon is invaluable to us during that time period. That's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Look at this lucky lady, playing slots before she hits the air. She's not traveling to Vegas, no, she's already there. Now her group is boarding, but she takes her slots to go. It's a 777 at the Golden Nugget Online Casino.
Sir, we haven't called your group yet.
I hope I don't have to gate check.
New players download Golden Nugget Online Casino and deposit $7 to get $77 in casino site credits. Make any moment golden.
Congratulations to Channel 7's brightest and best.
Here's to you, you made it through. You've come such a long, long way. You'll remember these times and the way you feel today. And may all your dreams come true. Here's to you.
See all the students at WXYZ.com and on any device.
Sponsored by Nemic Insurance, My 529, Michigan Student Aid, and Giroux Pappas Trial Attorneys.
More history here. Did you know that on the first day the Mustang was available for sale, dealers sold 22,000 cars? And those first-generation pony cars sold between 1965 and 1973 are still popular today.
I know, it's still out there on the roads. Can you believe it? And you know, I love the classics, and I bet Keenan and Alicia have seen quite a few of those beauties today. Keenan and Alicia, what have you spotted?
Oh, how about this? This is a real joy. 2003 Mustang SVT.
And I am pleased to meet the owner right here, Juan Martin, all the way from California. Have you been to the Dream Cruise before?
First year coming to Dream Cruise.
Oh, this is big. This is big.
Yeah,
Tell us about this beauty.
So this is my 2003 Mustang Cobra. I bought it about 3 years ago. This is my dream car. I always wanted a black 03 Cobra. I was looking for it for about 2 years. I wanted it all stock, and then I found this one, and I jumped right on it.
Well, let me ask you, what is it about this that you love so much? Why were you looking specifically for this variety?
Well, first of all, black color is my favorite on the cars, and then just the engine on this car, so I think it's just a big game changer. It was the first modular engine, and I feel like it brought back the American muscle again. Just having a 4.6 supercharged engine was great.
I mean, just looking at it, and I can tell you take care of this V8 right here.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it stays indoors all winter, and then just summertime it comes out.
And your love of Mustang runs through the family. Tell us a little bit about your family history with Mustang.
Yeah, so growing up, my dad had an 86 Fox body, and then my cousin had a 65, and then we also have other Ford vehicles, so 472 F100, a 79 F100, and yeah, family is a big Ford family.
Do y'all all go drag racing?
So I would say my cousins my age, we all go drag racing. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
There
Right.
it is.
A little friendly rivalry among the cousins.
Yeah.
And of course you win, right?
Yeah, actually, one of my cousins has a faster truck, so he wins. But we're pretty competitive. Yeah.
Well, we're betting our money on you.
There you go.
Now, are you going to keep it like this? This is stock. This is how it came. Are you going to keep it like this? You're going to make some modifications?
I plan on keeping this one all stock as long as I can. Yeah. I know I've wanted to do much, but for now, I just want to keep it stock.
Do you have a nickname for this car?
No, just my Cobra. Yeah.
It's my Cobra.
My Cobra.
And I love the decals on the inside, the actual Cobras. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, and that's how they came with the seats like that, with the Cobra stitching in it.
You know, so much of Mustang is about feel. How do you feel when you get behind the wheel of a car you've wanted for so long?
I feel great. I mean, I just love how you just connect with the car and you're able to shift the gears. You still have the manual transmission. Just being able to shift through the gears is great.
And to be here on Mustang Alley where you're with your people, what does that feel like?
Feels good. I mean, I have here with my friends, my girlfriend's here, and it's just been fun.
And also just meeting people from all over the country.
Yeah, a lot of people have came up to me, asked me about my car, how long have I had it, what have I done to it.
And what I love is that as you're talking about your car, you have a smile on your face the entire time. And Mike and Carolyn, there are stories just like Juan's all up and down here on Mustang Alley.
We love it.
Alicia Keenan, we love it too, and we love hearing all those stories. I love that he said it was his dream car. His dream car is realized, and he loves telling us about it.
And that clean engine, not a speck of dust on it. Amazing. You know, low-riding street trucks are popular on Woodward and really around the country. Ford Motor Company took note and decided to create one with a modern vibe.
Whitney Burney spoke with the designers of the new Ford Maverick Lobo about where they drew their inspiration.
Unveiled just a few weeks ago, the Ford Maverick Lobo is already drumming up plenty of excitement among car enthusiasts. Today we're getting a chance to look at the brains behind this beauty. Paying homage to the classic street truck style,
it's a car that begs to be customized, and we're excited to see what people do next to it.
the all-new 2025 Ford Maverick Lobo will be roaring down the road soon.
This has been a dream job for me.
Josh Blundo is the lead exterior designer for the truck.
The street truck market has just been so underserved. It's been a sort of untapped market for nearly 2 decades, while the street trucks of the 80s, 90s, and 2000s started to fade into history, and the Maverick Lobo ends that.
The vehicle, which comes in 4 different colors, is designed with a lower fascia than previous models, making it more easily customizable. Its specs also maximize performance with turbo fan wheels while maintaining daily drivability.
We use the best, brightest colors that we have. So Velocity Blue is our halo exterior color. It looks amazing on the truck, especially with all of the body color parts that have been added to this particular street truck. And then on the inside, we have a blend of 2 accent colors, Grabber Blue and Electric Lime. They're both bright chromatic colors, and together they create a really dynamic look.
Color and materials designer Kristen Keenan says there are some surprises too.
The graffiti print on the seats is very subtle. It's almost like a visual Easter egg because when you get into the seats, your first read is the dual color accent stitching. I grew up in a household that loved Mustang, that loved Ford, and it's truly a dream come true to be able to work on these products.
When you see it today in its physical form, how does that compare to the vision that you had when you guys started making this?
Yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think the customers have been super excited.
You can find more information on the Maverick Lobo right now at Ford's website. For now, back to you.
Wow, you and I both were just talking. We love trucks, and there's so much luxury on the inside now.
And that one's real pretty and real low.
Love it for
All right, we'll be back with more legendary vehicles, so do not go away.
Nope, the 29th annual Woodward Dream Cruise rolls on in just a moment.
This Channel 7 primetime special of the Woodward Dream Cruise is sponsored by Ford, Stahls Automotive Collection, Lawrence Technological University, and Tryon Solutions.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers and a great selection of the best-selling trucks in America for 47 years. Ford F-Series, gas, hybrid, or all electric. These are the deals you've been waiting for. So don't wait. Make it Ford. Make it yours. Make it now.
Returning AZ Plan lessees can lease a 2024 F-150 XLT 4x4 Super Crew for $329 a month for 24 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Bistro Joe's, sensational dining with a European flair and incredible views, where everything on the menu is made fresh. Our seafood delivered daily, prime cuts perfectly seared, and a fine wine selection that's unmatched. Experience the food, the atmosphere, and the service that make Bistro Joe's Birmingham's #1 dinner address. Come experience Bistro Joe's with an all-new management team located on Woodward in Birmingham.
You're waiting for your doggy, playing slots, blackjack, and more. How about a jackpot, baby? It's all the fun of the casino floor. Golden Nugget Online Casino, always a crowd pleaser. So live it up while you wait for that golden retriever. Look at that handsome baby.
New players download Golden Nugget Online Casino and deposit $7 to get 77 in casino site credits. Make any moment golden.
Spotlight on civility. At Delta Dental, we not only care about what goes into your mouth, we care about what comes out of it.
Respect, kindness, and civility are core values we teach at Grace Centers of Hope as we help people restore their lives in our community. Recognizing each person's unique history and supporting their path forward leads to true recovery and growth.
Delta Dental, helping build healthy, smart, vibrant communities for all.
So much excitement at the Woodward Dream Cruise. Now, downtown Pontiac is hosting a big Woodward Dream Cruise party, and it's the first stop on our tour of the communities along Woodward. Take a look at Saginaw Street from the AAA Chopper. This is a favorite spot for car clubs to park their cars, pop their hoods, and show off their rides.
Just down the street is the M1 Concourse, which is a car lover's dream. It's an 87-acre playground for car enthusiasts, complete with a private track. And today they are hosting customs, hot rods, and muscle cars. Plus, they are celebrating the 70th anniversary of the Chevy Corvette. Don't you love a vet?
Oh, absolutely. So much automotive history in this region. In fact, Detroit owns a rare collection of 70 vehicles cared for by the Detroit Historical Society.
The collection has everything from Lee Iacocca's personal Lincoln to a 1984 Dodge Caravan. Now, since the Detroit Historical Museum can only display a few vehicles at a time, they are working to make the collection more accessible to everyone.
Vehicles are posing for their close-ups at the Detroit Historical Society's archive camera system.
We push a car into the middle, close the curtain, and then hit a button. The car makes a complete 360-degree loop around the car, taking high-resolution pictures. The end result is you're able to merge those pictures together and get a fully spinnable, quote-unquote, car for the end user.
The Detroit Historical Society houses 250,000 Detroit artifacts in a storage facility. Only 5 to 10% of them can be shown at Detroit Historical Museum at a time, and there's space for 6 vehicles. This fall, a one-of-a-kind Packard Pan American will rotate into the museum's car display from the warehouse.
It's a 1952 Packard 250 convertible that was taken by Henny, which was Packard's coach builder, and built into a show car. The car behind me is actually car 1 of the 6 that were produced. It was purchased by the head of styling for Packard and used as his own personal vehicle all the way until the 60s. They altered it to reflect current styling. So if you look at the car, it has the tail section of a different year Packard, it's got the dash of a different Packard, and the front end of a different Packard. So really, even within the 6, this car is a one of one.
And the vehicle we saw being photographed with the archive camera is a 1963 Ford Cougar 2 prototype.
That car was ordered from Shelby American. It's car 2008. So it's the 8th Shelby Cobra ever produced. That car was originally a 260 automatic disc brake car. Ford took it back to Detroit, stripped the bodywork off of it, and built a show car platform on top of it. So even if you were standing in front of this car in our warehouse or in our museum, a lot of times you wouldn't be able to walk 360 degrees around it, or you wouldn't be able to see the interior. Anybody with an internet connection can go to DetroitHistorical.org and see what we have in the collection and can interact with it in a way that you can't necessarily in the museum.
The 360-degree archiving program is just getting started.
We're really just in the beginning stages of this. We've done about 15 cars already out of the 70 in our collection. We're hoping by the end of 2024 that a lot of that is going to be up and available and ready for people to see.
And there's potential to archive anything that fits inside the 32-foot circle.
It just becomes this great way for people to access their own history. And so it's really exciting to have this ability to be able to, in Detroit style, industrialize this process a little bit, make it much faster, much more efficient, much more consistent as well, and just really, open up the doors to this place virtually to the people we serve.
Wow, is that amazing or what? The 360 camera is pretty cool too. I think it's so important to find ways to keep history alive for sure. You can look at their online collection at DetroitHistorical.org. Wow.
Now, of course, behind all the cars on Woodward today are some very talented designers. Glenda and Simon have more on a man who helped shape not only the look of a few iconic cars, but a generation of designers. Glenda, Simon?
Beautiful lines and inspiring colors. It takes a designer's eye to create these works of art.
Yeah, we introduce you to Bill Robinson, who helped generations of young designers sharpen their skills.
I've always wanted one of these since I was a kid in Pennsylvania. This is a 1965 Lotus Elan S2 classic British sports cars. It only weighs 1,400 pounds. So it takes off. It's got a limited slip, so it's a great car.
The Lotus Elan S2 is one of many gorgeous vehicles here lining the lawn of the Kirk in the Hills Church. The dazzling car show celebrates the late Bill Robinson, legendary automobile designer. For 3 summers, his former students, colleagues, and friends bring their cars to honor his legacy. Bill Robinson was a designer for Chrysler for 32 years. He was the lead designer for the 1957 Plymouth, the sole designer for the 1959 Plymouth, and he was even behind the concept for the minivan. But design was just one of his passions. Bill Robinson taught a generation of designers at Detroit's prestigious College for Creative Studies. Chris Young was one of his students at CCS.
He was able to look at a design and say it either was overdone or you need to add more to it. One of the things he would say is, you got enough design for 2 or 3 cars there, pull back. He would guide you to where you could find the answer you needed for your design.
Chris went on to design cars at General Motors and Ford Motor Company. Craig Metros was another one of Bill Robinson's students.
His impact to Detroit and the car design community, the industry, is massive. Every car designer for the last like 35 years that hired into car design jobs, they would have gone through Bill Robinson. Everyone loved Bill. He brought so much humanity to the classroom and experience. My dream was always to be a car designer. I loved art and I loved drawing, and it was sort of that combination of really art and my love affair with cars. I was at Ford for 35 years in the design department. I worked on everything from show cars, production cars, trucks, sports cars, worked on the GT race car. And nobody knew about this car until we debuted it in Cobo Hall. We went back to the 50 years anniversary of Ford beating Ferrari at Le Mans, 1966. So it was a real dream to be on that project. It's a dream to own the car.
But Bill's impact would go beyond just the auto world. He taught Sunday school at Kirk in the Hills Presbyterian Church and supported the church's effort at an orphanage in Haiti. After Bill passed away in 2022, his legacy lives on at this car show and through his students. Both Chris and Craig are now helping to mentor the next generation of would-be car designers. Chris teaches car design at the Boys and Girls Club of Southeast Michigan, and Craig teaches at the College of Creative Studies, just like Bill Robinson.
My friend who I went to school with is the chair at CCS now. He asked me if I would teach, and I wasn't sure about it, but I give it a shot, and I love it. It's truly a full circle moment.
And there is son Joe. Hi, Joe. I'm with Father Dwayne, and these are their twin Ford Galaxies, all the way from New York. These are beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I have twin boys. There's his brothers back home in New York, and that works out perfect.
So twin for twin, family affair.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and this is a family tradition for you.
It is, very much so. Yep.
All right, well, it's good to see you guys. It's dry out here for you to cruise now.
Perfect timing. It wouldn't matter if it was raining or not, we'd still be cruising.
That's for sure. A little liquid sunshine.
You got it, and kudos to you coming out here since the year 2000, all the way to the Dream Cruise. Thank you so much, Carolyn and Mike. Send it back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Glenda and Simon. Don't forget, there's a quieter stretch of Woodward in Bloomfield Township.
Yeah, you'll still be able to see classics on the road and people in lawn chairs watching on the sidelines, especially near Woodward and Square Lake.
Our cameras were by this spot on Wednesday when it was a little drier. Classic car lovers really cruise all week long. So many cool cars to see.
So many. Up next, we're heading to Mustang Alley to hang out with hundreds of pony cars.
We'll take a trip to Ferndale to check out another heritage Mustang.
It's back to school on 7.
Coming up Monday.
Teachers and parents are both spending more when it comes to supplying the classroom, why the need is growing, and what it could cost you.
We'll see you back here Monday, 4:30 to 7 on 7.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now.
AZ Plan trade-in customers can lease a 2024 Ford Escape for $269 a month for 24 months, only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
I'm Joe Vicari, President and CEO of the Joe Vicari Restaurant Group, which encompasses 24 restaurants throughout the country. With the addition of Tryon, our general managers don't have to spend hours doing paperwork and putting people in our system. All that's done by Tryon now, so they can work on what they are there to do, take care of our customers. That's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Imagine
Imagine your home, beautifully reorganized, custom closets, a home office, a pantry, laundry, or a garage. We do them all and more. Let us transform a crowded space into what may become your favorite room. We're Closets by Design, locally owned, and we have a personalized solution for every budget. Call for your free in-home design consultation and estimate.
Hustle.
Experience.
History. Grit.
Integrity.
Talent. That's how we win games.
That's how we win cases.
That's the Bernstein advantage. Best call you'll ever make. Call Sam.
Bloomfield Hills is still a wonderful place to stop and watch the cruise.
Cars gathered at the Kingsley Hotel on Woodward this week. Check out those beauties.
Looky. Firebirds with the hood up and another with the hood decal were on display. The decal, by the way, is sometimes called a hood bird or a rising phoenix. It depends on who you talk to. Either way, the Hills is a popular gathering spot to see some mighty fine classics.
Yeah, now this event brings spectators from all over the world as far away as Japan and Australia.
It is a chance for people to roam through a car club, gathering to gaze at a one-of-a-kind vehicle or to search for the car they drove all the way back in high school.
Brad Galley is one of those spectators today. And Brad, what have you found?
We are in a field of classics, and it's a family story here. The Engler family has had this ride with them for years. Tell us what we're looking at here.
It's a 1964 Ford Galaxie 500 XL.
And this is a part of the family. It's a piece of the family history. When did you guys get this?
We got this 16 years ago.
Wow. Yep. What do you like to do when you guys go in a family out on a big ride on Woodward?
I like to go get ice cream.
Who doesn't? That's a good way to do it. But as I understand it, this has been in the family from this gentleman behind you here. You guys just got your hands on it from his uncle.
Yes, we did.
How'd you convince him to let this beauty go?
From his nephew.
Wow.
And he has two of them, so he had to get rid of one.
Oh, so you have to share. This is the ice cream mobile now, as I understand it. Are you happy to see the family legacy live on?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. This is great. I had two, and my wife says, you can't drive both of them, so sell one. It's like, okay. So they came over, and he says, I've been looking. And so they gave it, sold it to him. And I kept the other one, the drop top. So
it's awesome, guys. Have fun out here. That's the fun part of it. Families gathering at the Woodward Dream Cruise together. Rita and Layla are here too, and it's a similar story. Hi, guys. You guys have been coming to the Dream Cruise for how long?
Yeah, how long?
Ever since I was born.
Yeah. Ever since you were born?
I've been here every single year since 1995, so every year we've been here.
And what brought you here from day one?
My dad had a 68 Camaro and a 68 Firebird, and we are diehards, so then we had to get a car of our own.
A car of their own? And you got this how many years ago?
So we've had the Buick for about 2 years now, and we take it to all the shows, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where do we like to go?
We like to go to the Harper Cruise and Gratiot.
Yeah.
So to take this car out and to be with your family, what does it mean to you to be in a car with family that has so much history?
It makes me excited and happy that we get to do this every year.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so where's your dad parked?
So my dad's car is about 2 rows over there. He's got the 68 Firebird right now.
That's what makes this so great. Family history as everyone gets together here at the Woodward Dream Cruise. Guys, have some fun, and I think I'm tempted to get some ice cream too.
Bring us some too, Brad. So many families are diehards, and they pass it down generation to generation.
It does run in the family for sure. Well, of course, Mustangs rule the road in Ferndale.
Let's head over to Mustang Alley, where Keenan and Alicia are having fun with a little horsepower. Hey there.
You know it when you have the dark horse, the forward-facing emblem. Yeah, this is a beauty. And check out the plate here, 24 horse, because this was bought after inspiration from the Dream Cruise in 2024.
That's right. In fact, Kathy McWilliams was here last year, saw this color, blue ember metallic, fell in love and knew she had to have this color. In fact, here is Kathy right now with her new baby. And Kathy, you know, when you sit inside, what are some of the cues that you love that says dark horse?
Just the way this car handles, this new design with these screens. I love gadgets, so this is perfect for me. I'm able to change the dash and do lots of fun things. So what's really nice is when you first cut this on, it has a series of screens to show you that this is the real deal.
Oh
This is the
yeah, it
real
looks
deal.
good.
And you can customize that too.
Yes, you can. You certainly can. They just dropped a new gauge for the SVT, so everybody's excited to see that. So you're able to go retro if you want, and so it's just a lot of fun.
It is a beautiful car, a beautiful color. And you know, it says it has some wonderful cues, wonderful stylings on the outside that you know that this is a Mustang Dark Horse. In fact, if we slide down here, you can see some of those cues out here. Again, you have the emblem, and then you have it over here where it says Dark Horse.
Now, how many horsepower with this baby right here again? 500, is that right? This is a close-up look. I can tell. You do drive this, so you take great care of it, but how often do you drive this?
I'm driving it several times a week. I have already 10,000 miles on the car, so it's been to Oklahoma on a number of Mustang drives and shows. I've been to Alabama, so it's wonderful to drive. This is the newest model. This is my first hardtop model, and I've just been having so much fun.
Now, you said first hardtop model. When this Mustang is back at home, the Dark Horse, it has some company.
It does. I have two convertibles at home. I have a 69 and I have a Hertz Shelby Mustang convertible also.
But this one's special because it was your birthday gift to yourself,
it is,
right?
It is. I'll be the big 60 in October, and I just had to have it.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, you know?
That's right.
You deserve it.
And you were going to put this down, and one of the things that you were saying is that you love some of the angles.
Yeah. It's a very chiseled look, which is new for the 2024, and so it gives it just a unique look to from the 23s and the previous gen. So this is a 7th gen, the new 7th gen.
And you're here with friends from your auto club, all the way from Virginia.
Right. I have friends down the street. I live outside of Williamsburg, Virginia, and I'm the president of my club back home, Central Virginia Mustang Club.
All right.
So shout out to all of them.
All right, thank you so much, Kathy. A lot of fun here at Mustang Alley. Dave, what do you have going on the strip?
Now, I know there's a lot of passion about cars. This is a fantastic VW Bug. Peter's inside, and Peter said, "We're not getting an old Bug." And his wife said, "What?" Yes, his wife said yes, so Peter's driving the old Bug. How cool is that? What year is it? 63. Are you guys having fun with Dad? What'd you do with Mom? Okay. After all that, have a great time, guys. Have fun. See, it's about passion for cars and relationships with cars, too.
And I hear there's an EV version in the future. Thanks so much, Dave. Appreciate it.
Yeah, 63, still rolling. Well, AAA shares Detroit's love of automobiles. David Campbell from AAA of Michigan joins us right now. So, David, what do you love during the cruise? What do you love doing?
Well, first, I love looking at cars. I'm a huge car guy, so being able to watch all the cars going up and down Woodward all day, right from our branch just up the street, is a fun time for me and my family.
Wonderful.
Now, of course, AAA wants to make it easier for people to travel in so many ways.
Yes.
And on days like today, how are your roadside service assistances helping others?
Well, especially when it comes to the Dream Cruise, because of how big of an event it is. When you think about it, some of the classic cars, the gift and the curse is they roll, but sometimes they stop. So we need to be available to help them. We have tow trucks and EV trucks deployed all up and down Woodward, just in case someone needs some help. And we can help you get off the road or help you get home, however we might be able to.
Wow, so you're Johnny on the spot. Now, AAA is involved in an upcoming car event. Tell us about AAA Auto Expo coming up on September 21st.
Yes, it's going to be right at our headquarters, right in Dearborn. We'd love to have members and others join. All you have to do is go onto our website at AAA.com, and you can register for your car to come. It's a big showcase. We have over 400 cars that are available for you to come and look at.
Wow.
All right, we'll have to look at them. David, thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the cruise.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
We appreciate you too. All right, Birmingham is a hot spot on the cruise route. Here at Woodward near Maple, there is a family atmosphere for sure.
For sure. And there are lots of good spots to sit along the road to see high-performance cars and bona fide classics.
And if you walk over to Woodward, you will find a car show with rare classics. Birmingham Shopping District has more than 300 businesses, so you can take a break from the cruise, browse, or even get a bite to eat.
And Birmingham is a wonderful city to explore the cruise.
All right, coming up next here during our special, we're going to head back to Glenda and Simon, who had a very special car. Join them at the Papa Joe's pit stop.
We'll be back with more from the Woodward Dream Cruise.
The 7 Investigators.
Weeknights
on 7 News Detroit at 6.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now.
Easy Plan trade-in customers can lease a 2024 Explorer for $349 a month for 24 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealer today.
In a world where everything is conspiring against your vehicle, who stands between you and rain? Spilled lattes, bug guts, rust, scratches, countless crumbs, and your best friend riding shotgun. Sometimes your knight in shining armor is actually a knight in shining armor. Ziebart, your vehicle's best defense.
From the community in the campgrounds to the action on the track, there's something for everyone at Michigan International Speedway. Here we go. The green flag will be flying all weekend long with 3 races and endless opportunities for a good time. Family-friendly entertainment meets race fans' need for speed from sunup to sundown. End summer with a bang and discover why a NASCAR race in Michigan is anything but slow. Get your tickets today at mispeedway.com.
Every night on 7 News Detroit at 6.
Stories from the 7 Investigators.
Investigations with real results. But what matters most?
The people we help.
The voices we elevate.
And the lives we change. On 7 News Detroit at 6.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, Detroit.
Good morning, Detroit.
Good morning, Detroit. Are you ready?
The biggest events right now. There's a lot going on here this morning.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I am in.
I'll be there.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
7 News Detroit this morning, and Good Morning America.
Now that's good.
Your voice matters. This is 7 News Detroit. Watch weeknights at 6.
The AAA Chopper Cam is over our next stop. On the route in Royal Oak, Dugan's is a hot spot for cruisers to watch the Dream Cruise from its second-story windows and a place to dig into that famous Big Chief Burger. Love it.
I love it too. Our friends at 104.3 broadcast their special Dream Cruise playlist from Dugan's as well.
Memorial Park is another can't-miss spot in Royal Oak. Today, it is a 25-acre car show.
An estimated 1,000 cars are expected at the show each year. Bleachers line the edge of the park for crowds to watch Woodward Avenue.
So many places to enjoy the cruise around our area. Now, the cars, of course, are the stars today. They are parading down Woodward and passing by our own Glenda Lewis and Simon Shakat.
And Glenda and Simon, have you found a favorite yet?
Oh, well, just call me Mellow Yellow, Mike. Carolyn, this 1969 Mercury Cougar Eliminator, I'm gone. I'm getting in the driver's seat, Simon.
Yeah, this is a favorite of mine, too. This color is exceptional. I'm here with Terry Coppins from Stahls Automotive Collection. Thanks for being with us. What more can you tell us about this?
It is a 1969 Mercury Cougar Eliminator, and as you say, the color on the build sheet is a bright yellow. It's no fancy name, that's what it is.
What else can we find at Stahls Collection?
Oh, you can find everything at Stahls Collection. We're more than cars. We've got cars from the late 1800s up to the mid-60s, quite the variety as well. And then we also have automated musical instruments from the late 1800s to the 1940s. So there's a bit of everything for everyone there.
Pretty sweet way to get around. One last question, where can people find out more?
Go to stahlsauto.com. It's STAHLS auto.com, and you can find out everything about us.
One of the coolest steering wheels I have ever seen. Carolyn, Mike, wish you could check this out.
Hey, I heard that engine roar, Glenda. We like that. And we love that mellow yellow as well.
Beautiful color. Well, of course, it's an amazing collection at Stahls Automotive Museum. Now, Carolyn, I want to share a few fun facts about classic cars. Dodge Chargers are known for their hideaway headlights, right?
All right.
Well, Chargers used those flip-out lights until 1973.
Okay.
Okay, another one. While Corvettes were born in 1953, there is no 1983 Corvette because Chevy skipped a year to come out with a brand new model in 1984.
How about that? Some interesting facts there for sure. Now, Brad Galley's been looking at a collection of vehicles gathering on Woodward Avenue today. Brad, what have you found now?
In the middle of some Mopar muscle. We have Rick, we have Kent, they're friends, and they've got the muscle here, man. I have seen so many people stop here. What has the day been like when you see people come up and staring at your beautiful ride?
Love it. Just absolutely love it. We get so many people that just come by and enjoy looking at our cars. It's fantastic.
It's part of a car club, and that's what's so neat about this. This is almost a reunion for all of you. How frequently are you guys getting together to show off your rides?
We come up here whenever we can. We get down here. You know, when Woodward comes up, we're down here every night we can get, you know, the weather's good or even when it's not so good.
You've had this car for 15 years, and as I understand it, about a year into getting it, you had an accident.
Yes, I got rear-ended down on Gratiot. Somebody went right underneath the rear end of it. Took about a year to get it back together again,
Did you ever think about giving it up at that accident?
Absolutely not.
No?
No way, no way. Love this car, drive it all I can.
All right, well, he won the arm wrestling battle to talk with us first, so we're going to head to Kent now. I'm sorry you lost the arm wrestling battle, my friend, but you still go home with this beautiful ride. The story behind this one, man, you stripped this thing.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, it was green with a brown interior. They were all green. Everybody ordered them in green in the early 70s. And like I said, it was a clone of the ad campaign with the Hemi orange and the two-tone seats. Ooh. And it's just a much brighter color, and it's a better looking car. So
to pull up here and share this experience with your buddy here, how much does that add to the Woodward Dream Cruise vibes for you?
It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. Like I said, I love to cruise. You know, that's one of the mottos of our clubs, that we drive our cars, and we're proud of it. These aren't trailer queens that sit in the garage and we don't do anything. We get them out and we drive them. We got great stereos and we listen to oldies like Pink Floyd and stuff like that, and it just warms the heart, man. It reminds me of when back in 75.
No dust on this ride, guys. These guys are cruising, they're driving, they're riding, they have the muscle, and we get to experience it with them, Carolyn and Mike.
So much love and time goes into these classic beauties. Oh, they are full of memories as well. Love hearing the stories.
Absolutely. Folks at the cruise love to share their favorite memories. Sarah Michaels chatted with a few classic car owners that she spotted while taking a cruise.
If you really know the Woodward Dream Cruise, you know it's not just all about the cars, as cool as they are. It is about the people and the stories behind them. Do you remember what you originally bought it for?
I bought it for $500.
Just $500. That's what you could get a 1959 Corvette for back in 1970.
I bought it when I was 13 years old, and at the time it didn't have a motor in it that ran. It had no interior in it, had a busted frame. The frame was rotted out, so I restored it.
Little did young Ray Miller from Farmington Hills know that his first car, the one that he poured countless hours into, would carry him through life's ups and downs.
Got married when I was 25. We had it in a wedding party.
And all the way into retirement.
I've had people interested in, saying how much would you sell it for, and I tell them I never sell it, and it's true. I never sell it.
Now the $500 bet is priceless. Stories like this can be found up and down all of Woodward Avenue during the Woodward Dream Cruise. It's what makes the event truly special to many of the over 1 million car enthusiasts who attend.
When you put cars together with the history of the individuals who own them, then I'm like, I'm in heaven.
Tie-dye, flowers, this thing is groovy.
It's what it is. It's far out.
When you're driving down Woodward Avenue in your Volkswagen, what's that feeling?
Takes me back to when I was 16 years old. Music's loud. It's a time machine, as it were.
For Gary Hognes, restoring and driving the 73 standard Volkswagen is all about bringing back memories.
Anybody that's a hippie out there knows.
To him, it's just like the Dream Cruise in that it takes you back to the old days. Pure nostalgia, rumbling down Woodward Avenue.
Takes you back in time every time I drive it. I love it.
Reporting along Woodward Avenue, I'm Sarah Michaels. Back to you guys.
Sarah, that is a perfect way to describe it, a time machine.
A time machine. Yes, I love it. Now move over, race red and yellow splash. Ford is offering a new option for the Mustang.
That's right. Check it out. Brittany Blue. It's the newest color available for a very limited time. The Brittany Blue 60th anniversary package is only available until this Monday.
So you gotta act fast. Anyone looking to land the special color will need to sign up on Ford.com for a chance to buy this limited edition color.
Do not wait. So many great spots along Woodward. Check out the AAA Chopper Cam in Berkeley. At Vinetta Garage, you've gotta have a pretty special car to earn a front parking spot.
The popular restaurant started as a gas station in 1919, which made it the oldest garage east of the Mississippi. The restaurant owner has kept a lot of its car history alive, so it is a very special place.
A very, very special place indeed. And of course, they have to have a Vinetta burger when they go there. That's a delicious option. Or maybe one of the pizzas.
That would be nice and delicious, especially right now. Coming up next, Dave Rexroth has been hot rodding up and down Woodward for us today.
We'll see what he's found while cruising the strip. Stay with us.
This Channel 7 primetime special of the Woodward Dream Cruise is sponsored by Ford, Ziebart, and AAA.
I'm Anthony Tomey, CEO of Tomey Group, and we're one of the largest Jimmy John franchisees in the country. We were using a national payroll company that would only do the payroll, and we had another branch that would only do healthcare benefits, and then we also had another group of HR. So having a company like Tryon that's able to do all three of those things in one makes life so much easier for us. The PEO model that Tryon does so well helps us keep our quality employees.
And that's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Stahls Automotive Collection is a walk through time, and we have a variety of cars from the late 1800s to the mid 1960s. What really sets us aside is that we are so eclectic. We have a total of 220 cars in the collection, but of those 220 cars, we have over 100 different makes. We're open every Tuesday 1 to 4. The first Saturday of the month is 11 to 4, and we have special hours that we also do. We have an event tab on our website that will show all the extra hours that we do. Our biggest event of the year is Veterans Day. Everybody is welcome. We will be open to the public. We raise funds for the Guardian Angels Medical Service dogs. The Guardian Angels trains these dogs to assist the veterans with PTSD. We're trying to give back to them what they gave to us.
Stahls Automotive Collection, a walk through time. Visit us online at stahlsauto.com to learn more.
Look at this lucky lady playing slots before she hits the air. She's not traveling to Vegas, no, she's already there. Now her group is boarding, but she takes her slots to go. It's a 777 at the Golden Nugget Online Casino.
Sir, we haven't called your group yet.
I hope I don't have to gate check.
New players download Golden Nugget Online Casino and deposit $7 to get 77 in casino site credits. Make any moment golden.
Our next stop on our community's tour is Huntington Woods. This stretch between 10 and 11 Mile Road is a wonderful spot on the cruise route.
Huntington Woods is home to the Detroit Zoo and Rackham Golf Course. It's a family community with beautiful homes.
Oh, gorgeous homes. And fun fact here, Huntington Woods is where actress Kristen Bell grew up.
Very cool. Now, without question, Dave Rexroth has one of the best views of the entire day.
He sure does. He's been riding along in a brand new Mustang and chatting with cruisers along the way. Dave, what do you see?
Hey, got this beautiful Chevelle. This is Rick and Patty and grandson Ben. You having fun?
Yep.
Good. Hey, tell me about this car.
It's a 1970 Chevelle SS 454. It was built in the Baltimore plant in March of 1970. It's probably the biggest, fastest engine that GM put into this body style.
That's awesome. Patty, you having fun?
I'm having a great time.
Why are you sitting in the shotgun seat? Shouldn't you be driving?
I do drive, but he's driving today.
All right, very good. And why this car, Rick?
This car was built in 1970. It's the first year I worked for General Motors, right out of high school, and it was a car you coveted.
There you go. And when does Ben get to drive?
When he's old enough and smart enough.
What do you think of that?
Well, I want to drive it.
But you gotta wait a few years, huh?
Yeah.
All right, very good. Carolyn and Mike, back to you. I got a little ride in a Chevelle.
Oh, I love it when people pass their cars down to the next generation, right?
I'd like to take it for a drive too.
Me too. Well, the world's finest automobiles are right here on Woodward Avenue today, whether they have history worth preserving or a generation's worth of family memories. Each car has a very special story.
It sure does. Our Brett Galley has been finding some wonderful cars today and has another story to share with us. Brett?
Vinetta Garage, the oldest garage east of the Mississippi, from 1919 when it opened to when it was turned into a restaurant here on Woodward in 2011. Rick is with us, and you've made quite a drive, my friend.
Just from Pennsylvania, yeah, but yeah, 58 Edsel.
58 Edsel. Kids dream of their dream cars when they're little. What was your dream car?
My dream car was 58 Edsel. I had the picture of the Edsel on the wall as a kid. Everybody else had Countaches and Ferraris. Last year we actually drove this to Woodward, to Colorado, South Dakota, and back home, 4,100 miles. So that's my dream car, and we drive it.
I mean, there are so many restored cars, so many new paint jobs. Why do you love the classic feel, the classic look of what really made this Dream Cruise begin years ago?
I like the classic look of this car just because it's the way it was, and that's how I like to drive it. I drive my cars, I don't trailer them. And then this is our second time at this place, and just a great place to visit and have your car parked in front of.
Enjoy the food inside, man, because that's what I'm about to do next, my friend. Rick, thanks for being with us and joining us here in Michigan. Ken and Kathy pulling up with a Stingray. As I understand it, this is not your first time cruising, but Kathy, you've never been behind the wheel of this.
Never. I'm always a passenger when I'm with Ken.
Not a bad ride to be in a passenger with. How long have you had this in the family?
I bought this car in 2000, actually of the Woodward Dream Cruise week is when I got it. So it's been 24 years exactly.
To come out here and cruise, why do you guys continue to be out here on this special day in our town?
It's just fun. It's a car get-together. Not a lot of people appreciate an older car these days. So that's why we come out.
Kathy, how many family memories have been made in this ride?
Oh my gosh, so many. I just posted a picture on Facebook that when we were first dating of us in the car, and it was really cool. So
first memories made in this car, making more memories inside, driving it and eating. You guys, thanks so much for being with us on the Dream Cruise.
You're welcome.
Here. All right, Mike and Carolyn, we're going to get some grub. See you in a little bit.
Now that is a sweet Stingray
That
right
sure
there
is.
in that baby blue. Isn't that beautiful?
One of my favorites, to be sure.
24 years, wow.
Now, of course, we're about to take a pit stop at Papa Joe's.
And this time we're thinking about something to eat. Glenda and Simon, what do you got for us?
Oh, that smell of basil and rosemary wafting in the air has made the Papa Joe pit stop one special place to be. But the gourmet market, great for all your groceries, whether it's lunch, dinner, special picnic. They make it easy.
Many delicious options. We're getting hungry just standing here. Take a look.
When you come into Papa Joe's, you're gonna find a great variety of fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, fresh meats, and our amazing Gourmet to Go case. Gourmet to Go makes mealtime easier because you can just run in here and you can grab anything that we have. A wonderful selection of pre-made meals that you can get, from vegetables to meat to fish to desserts to anything that you can think of, salads. We have it all ready and available for you. Our quality is 100%. We use the freshest ingredients. There's sometimes almost 100 platters in our case.
Among the specialty items are thinly sliced chicken scallopini, stuffed eggplant rollatini, and Mediterranean edamame salad. Oh, and did we mention dessert?
We have a huge dessert selection. We have about 15 different cakes that we have in all different sizes. We have a bunch of different mini pastries that are delicious. We also, of course, have the Italian items. We have tiramisu, we have cannolis, we have cream puffs.
Papa Joe's Gourmet Market will treat you like family.
From getting your groceries to getting a quick meal that you want, to grabbing dessert if you're running off flowers or champagne or wine or anything. You can just come in and grab what you need and you can go. We have it all ready and available for you. When you walk in, you come in and you just feel like you're home.
Thank you so much to Papa Joe's Pit Stop for hosting us today. They have definitely made us feel like family. Check this out.
Oh, lunch is served. We're going to get into it. I see broccolini.
Absolutely. So we have broccolini, we have Brussels sprouts with Parmesan, we have our amazing Wagyu sliders by Bistro Joe's and their hand-cut fries, and of course, that chocolate cake.
Say less. Carolyn, Mike?
Man, we are hungry now.
Yeah, bring
aren't
us
we?
some of that.
Bring us some of that. Thank you so much, Glenda and Simon. You know, some of the vehicles along Woodward are recognized all across the country.
That's right. Sarah Michaels shows us how a collection of cars made their way from Hollywood and now call Metro Detroit home.
Driving down Woodward Avenue during the Dream Cruise this year, you are going to see muscle cars. You're going to see retro cars and a few famous cars.
It's autographed right here by George Barris. And underneath here, there's a roll bar so that if this bashes in, it doesn't buckle. On the paperwork, it says, keeping, do not sell this car. So this car somehow got away.
All of these famous cars are owned by Bloomfield Hills movie car enthusiast Mark Morogi.
I used to own tons of muscle cars, but these are, to me, cooler because people know them and they don't get lost in time. You know, they're just basically timeless. You know, people see them, like, oh, I remember that car.
He has 5 cars that you may recognize at the moment. This 1969 Charger from the Dukes of Hazzard 2005 movie.
This car is a Barracuda. It was built by George Barris. It was in a movie called Corky's, and it was also in Knight Rider TV show.
A 1991 Crown Victoria from the Blues Brothers 2000 movie, and 2 cars from the Fast and Furious movies.
So this is a 1999 Nissan Maxima. It's from the first Fast and Furious movie. And I have a 70 Roadrunner that Vin Diesel drove in Fast and Furious 7.
Morogi has been traveling the world collecting these cars since 2005. He's had about 30 different famous movie cars, and he buys and sells them.
And some of them can't believe it. How did you get that? Where'd you get? It's mind-blowing to some people.
Each one has its own story.
Paul Walker used to go to this diner where Vin Diesel owned or whatever, and he used to get tuna with no crust. You know, everybody says when they see this car, they always say, you know, tuna no crust, because that's what it's known for.
They're behind-the-scenes stories of movies that have made history. You can hear them yourself when Morogi brings the cars out to the 2024 Woodward Dream Cruise.
The Woodward Dream Cruise is what we wait for all year round. It brings people back to their childhood, you know, which is, you know, kind of a good thing. And I think that's why I buy a lot of these cars, because remembering how good the childhood was.
That's a cool collection there. Now, Pleasant Ridge is always a great stop on the cruise route. It's the place where you will find the Bronco Corral. All generations of Broncos are welcome.
Dozens of them are gathered at Memorial Park. The Bronco was introduced in 1966. It's now in its 5th generation. Owners like its go-anywhere attitude, like off-roading or to the beach.
Gotta love a Bronco, right? Now, those look like they'd be so cool to take off-roading. Coming up next.
We should try it. We're cruising with more classics. Stay with us.
What did you get?
A 94.
That's good. AAA Auto Insurance scored a 94 on member satisfaction.
What? AAA Auto Insurance?
Uh-huh. You can't shush the truth, people. You can't shush the truth.
AAA Auto Insurance. Expect something more.
Join us for the 8th Annual AAA Auto Expo on Saturday, September 21st. Discover a wide range of cars or bring your own. This free event offers something for everyone. Whether you're a car enthusiast or just looking for a great time, don't miss out. Learn more at AAA.com/AutoExpo.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers and a great selection of Ford vehicles, like the Built Wild Bronco family, with a deal you just can't miss. Your biggest adventures are waiting. So make it Ford. Make it yours. Make it now.
AZ Plan trade-in customers can lease a Bronco Sport Big Ben for only $299 a month for 36 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Before your day even begins, Papa Joe's Gourmet Market is getting ready just for you, because fresh is our promise. From our hand-selected produce, seafood flown in daily, the finest meat selections, a stocked deli, cheese from around the world, to our bakery, along with homemade bread and soup. Plus, fully prepared meals and catering for any occasion. So whether you're a mom on a budget or a gourmet expert, you'll see, experience, and taste the difference at Papa Joe's, Rochester and Birmingham.
My name is Jenny Brown. I am the CEO of Dutton Farm. We are a nonprofit in the behavioral health system. One of the things that we are so grateful for in our partnership with Tryon is the absolutely incredible customer service that anytime we have a question or a concern, we can call up the customer service department and we'll get an immediate and effective answer.
And that's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
This Channel 7 primetime special of the Woodward Dream Cruise is sponsored by Ford, Stahls Automotive Collection, Lawrence Technological University, and Tryon Solutions.
Ferndale is home to hundreds of Mustangs during the Woodward Dream Cruise. We love hearing the rumble of those ponies. The community is full of families and young people who enjoy everything the city has to offer.
Well, last night, hundreds of people came to see the official Woodward Dream Cruise ribbon cutting event, and that was followed by the annual Emergency Vehicle Parade. It's a favorite for the young kids in our community.
Oh yeah, I mean, families line up and down Woodward to see that. It was amazing. You know, it takes so many people to help plan all of these community events for you to enjoy, especially during the cruise.
Yeah, so many people. Well, Keenan and Alicia are with one of the many people who make the Woodward Dream Cruise possible. Hey guys.
Yeah, we're here with Michael Larry, president of the Woodward Dream Cruise, and you know something? Judging by the number of people out here, the number of cars, it's another success.
You know what? The weather has so much cooperated. I mean, everybody was like, oh, what about the rain? What about the rain? And guess what? Mama up here, she took care of it, and now she's bye-bye.
I know, we are so grateful. And look at the crowds, like you said, just a sea of people, pony cars, hot rods. I mean, this cruise has come a long way since the very beginning.
29 years. And we've evolved to be all things automotive. We're celebrating everyone and anything that has to do with being on four wheels. Plus, we also, particularly for the Woodward Dream Cruise, we're celebrating our presenting sponsor, Ford Motor Company, because without them, we would be struggling. But Channel 7 has been a huge bonus for us, and so is WOMC. We really appreciate the support.
Well, after 29 years, how do you keep the Woodward Dream Cruise fresh?
Well, I don't do dyed hair, as you can tell, so that's not fresh. So, you know, it's about the spectators. Yeah. It's about the fans. It's about the cruisers. They're the ones who make this happen. I'm only here to help make things happen, but they are the ones who deserve the trophy.
For sure. And next year is going to be quite special.
Yeah, the big 3-0. Yes, and so there's going to be some surprises, I'm sure, but I can't tell you anything right now.
Well, I thought this was supposed to be the 30th.
Well, you know that thing called COVID? Officially, we've had 29 cruises. Right. Because one year we couldn't have the event, so here we go.
So 30 years, but 29 cruises. That's why next year is such a big deal. Mike and Carolyn, we're going to stay down here, and we are having a blast.
I bet you are. And he said, Mama took care of the weather for us. And we're so happy she did.
We did get great weather.
Yes. Now it is time to throw it back to an unforgettable car. This car is so popular on Woodward Avenue, people just can't get enough of it.
Yeah, Alexander Bahu shows us a ride that's one of a kind.
The Woodward Dream Cruise, year after year, has dreamy rides as far as the eye can see. Hot rods, classic cars, but there's only one vehicle that will make you think you're actually dreaming. Or, well, hallucinating.
We're looking at a GMC 1984 rally van. And for some reason, it got flipped upside down with the drivetrain in it, so I can drive it around this way.
You can rub your eyes all you want, but Jerry Naumann's upside-down van is real. He first caught a glimpse of it back in 2017 at an auto event in Flint.
Me and a buddy of mine were sitting on the sidewalk. I go to him, did I just see a van drive upside down in front of us? He looks down the road, he goes, by George, there is a van on its roof down there.
The original owner, Jerry says, built it because he wanted a challenge. A few negotiations later, and the beauty was his, much to the shock of his family and everyone.
One question, everyone wants to ask why, and I'll say, well, why not?
And what are some of the amenities?
Absolutely none.
But really, who needs fancy bells and whistles when your ride is the main attraction?
This way you get in.
All right.
Follow me in. You don't open up both doors. Just make sure you keep your head down.
Oh boy, not good for tall people, huh? Here you go.
No, it's not. One thing I like about it pretty much when I'm driving is the fact that no one can see inside of the van. They don't even know if someone's in there driving or where they're sitting. All four of the wheels up top are hooked up to electric motors, and I have a switch inside the van that as I'm driving it, I'm able to pull the switch on and all four tires will start spinning so it looks like a fresh rollover machine.
For Jerry, the joy doesn't just come from driving it, it comes from the reactions, even if that means a run-in with the law.
And he goes, look, buddy, I just had to pull this over, get a closer look at this van and that.
There's just something about this upside-down van that makes Jerry's heart pitter-patter. And despite what he calls ridiculous offers, he can't bring himself to part with it.
I will have an upside-down van somewhere always the rest of my life because the fact there's the people it draws and I enjoy having it and just have something different in life.
Something different that keeps turning heads out there on Woodward Avenue, or any street for that matter.
Now that's a talker, huh?
I'd be a little concerned seeing that coming down the
You'd
street.
be like, what is that? There you go.
Well, all day long we've been looking at cars of the past and a few of the present, and it takes many different fields of study to develop these vehicles.
We talked to the president of Lawrence Technological University, Dr. Tarek Sob, about its history with the auto industry and how it's preparing students to develop cars for the future.
We found an autonomous vehicle, a car of the future, and a 1965 Mustang, an icon of the past, on the campus of Lawrence Technological University.
This car was transformative. It was the first time in history, probably, of the automobile industry where one could buy a powerful, sporty, wonderful-looking car that is actually affordable. And I think in many ways, Lawrence Tech is transformative in our outcomes for students, in our connection with the Ford Motor Company. Lawrence Tech's first campus was established in Highland Park in 1932, 92 years ago, in a campus that was provided to Lawrence Tech by the Ford Company. That connection has stayed strong for 92 years. Scores of amazing engineers and workers graduated from Lawrence Tech and worked in Ford Motor Company during this period.
Now Lawrence Technological University is working on the autonomous car of the future.
Our faculty in electrical engineering and computer engineering and mechanical engineering, computer science, and so many different areas collaborate in a very interdisciplinary manner to design autonomous navigation devices, including autonomous cars. This car is one example of transportation modalities that our students have developed. This car epitomizes the future of education, the future of jobs, and how different disciplines interact to produce something very impactful and useful to humanity. I always say we're preparing students for job titles that don't even exist yet. We ensure that by the time they get out from Lawrence Tech, they would have done at least 1, 2, or even more co-ops or internships in industry so that they're ready from day one for these kind of jobs. Their outcomes and their impact on industries, not only in the automotive area, but so many other areas like architecture and design and sciences, is something that we are very, very, very proud of.
Such an amazing education that those students get there at Lawrence Technological University. Now, I got to tell you, we have a wonderful view of Woodward from our vantage point. I just want to say thank you to Startup Nation for hosting us today. They have been great hosts.
To say the least, right? Now we're cruising down the avenue one more time when we come back.
This Channel 7 primetime special of the Woodward Dream Cruise is sponsored by Ford, Ziebart, and AAA.
When the crave calls, you know what to do. Go to Night Castle and get 10 cheese sliders for just $7.99. White Castle. Follow your crave.
My name is Kamal Shohaib. I am the owner of Choice Properties and the Choice Group, and we do business in 5 states. We started dealing with Treon about 10 years ago, and they were highly recommended. We like to deal with companies that care about the community that they do business with, and we feel Treon does that because we witnessed the wonderful things that they do for the community on so many levels. And that is why we rely on Treon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Congratulations to Channel 7's brightest and best.
Cheers to you, you made it through. You've come such a long, long way. You'll remember these times and the way you feel today. And may all your dreams come true. Here's to you.
See all the students at WXYZ.com and on any device.
Sponsored by Mimic Insurance, My 529, Michigan Student Aid, and Giroux Pappas Trial Attorneys. This is Detroit, where we all have a voice. And at 7 News Detroit, your voice matters. That's why we show up, to hear your side. Watch weeknights at 6. When severe weather hits, the 7 First Alert Weather Team is there for you, tracking every storm, preparing you before they hit, with power outage updates and safety precautions. Detroit's most complete severe weather coverage. The 7 First Alert Weather Team. Coverage of the Woodward Dream Cruise on Channel 7 is sponsored by Ford.
What a great ride today. I don't know about you, Carolyn, but I always have my eye out for a Corvette Stingray, especially if it's blue or orange.
And I bet you spotted many today. And I love the convertibles with the top down, of course. You know, the 29th annual Woodward Dream Cruise is coming to an end. We're sad about that. So let's take one last spin down the cruise route, beginning with Glenda and Simon.
I have just loved every moment out here, including this Mercury cyclone and being here with my partner, Glenda Lewis. This has been a dream come true, and the weather did not stop us.
First time, great. It was a great one. And those raindrops, no match for this cyclone. Another beautiful year of tradition in the history books. Keenan, Alicia.
I tell you what, Mustang Alley is about the pony cars, but also the people! Are you having fun yet?
Yeah. You can hear the excitement, and here at Mustang Alley, a million stories from Mustang owners and Mustang lovers. We're going to stay here and keep talking to them all day long. Brad?
Are you kidding me with this view? We're on top of Vinetta Garage with Kirk Catalo, the owner. Opened as a garage in 1919. You took it over as a restaurant in 2011. What a day.
Yeah, we knew when we built it that this was going to be the kind of day we'd celebrate at Vinetta Garage, because it's a day all about car culture on Woodward, and that's what we're all about every day.
The food is good too, oh, by the way. The cars, the environment. Dave, where are you on Woodward?
Tell you what, things are getting busy out here on the cruise. We got a beautiful 68 Camaro up here. And back behind, we got the, oh, look at that Cadillac. Is this fun or what? It's been a great time cruising Woodward. Carolyn and Mike.
Thank you so much, Dave. Now, we've had so much fun taking you up and down America's first highway. We love our hot rods and muscle in the Motor City.
Yes, we do. We've seen it all today, and we want to thank you all for taking a cruise with us. We hope you enjoyed all this Motor City muscle. Goodbye.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers and a great selection of Ford vehicles, like the Built Wild Bronco family, with a deal you just can't miss. Your biggest adventures are waiting. So make it Ford. Make it yours. Make it now.
AZ Plan lessees can lease a Bronco Big Bend for only $329 a month for 36 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
In a world where everything is conspiring against your vehicle, who stands between you and rain? Spilled lattes, bug guts, rust, scratches, countless crumbs, and your best friend riding shotgun. Sometimes your knight in shining armor is actually a knight in shining armor. Ziebart, your vehicle's best defense.
It can be so frustrating when one of my patients comes in and there's something that I'm supposed to prescribe them to help with their health, and the